I'm really waiting to see if this Mar-a-Lago raid turns out to be nothing, if this Mar-a-Lago raid turns out to not result in an indictment of the former president.
I don't think we'll find out.
Well,
because it compromises the FBI. Government.
Yes, but they have to ultimately
give us a reason.
There's got to be. Well, also, is there an indictment here? When you do a search warrant, and especially a high profile like this one, like this,
the former president,
it's got to yield fruit.
And
if it doesn't, it's a major miscalculation.
It's a miscalculation because now you've lost left, right. You've lost all trust in the government, which they did during the pandemic with Fauci.
Also, no, they also
you've lost all trust
with the Russia probe too.
Ultra. Well, that is so, that's a little cloudy. So I don't think people are like, I think people that are in the know are like, this is ridiculous. But in general, people are like, all right, they didn't find anything there. With this now, and they have to actually vouch for it. Otherwise, if they decide to go, it's too confidential, we can't release the information. Okay, let me know how it goes for you. You're losing left and right. All trust.
I mean. That's what the big.
In the foundation.
And I think Merrick Garland, who's the district attorney, would have to resign. Because if that's what you're doing, and the FBI is going along with it, it even makes the FBI look bad, the Justice Department look bad. So it's like, this is a big fucking risk.
But what's the takeaway from all this? Listen, the former president isn't safe from this. Nobody's safe. That's what's scary. They did that to say what you want about Trump. I get it. Say whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. He's the former president of the United States. Has a good chance of being the next president too. They can do that to the president. Mm-hmm. What do you think is going to happen to you that has no power, no voice? That's what's scary.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you guys see the part about how the other side of this is potentially that Trump was harboring documents that would be,
classified,
incriminating
to the FBI as far as something bad about Russiagate, that he was like holding on to this as like
that was one of the narratives. The larger issue is if he had, I think the idea was, let me get ahead of this and see what the fuck they have, right?
Right.
I don't know. But the other issue is that if he had documents that are as secretive as they were saying, because there are certain documents that the president possesses that are so secretive, so it would be like the nuclear codes and stuff. Yep. If anybody had those, you'd be in jail now.
That's a problem. But also that a lot like they had a former person who was in, I forget, maybe Bush's cabinet or Bill Clinton's, was like, and clearly not a Trump fan, because the way this works, our presidents can declassify certain documents and take them with them. And he goes, just so people know how this works, he's like, it's pretty stupid that they've been put out there. If you think when Donald Trump was leaving the White House, the Oval Office, if you think he was grabbing documents to put them, no. He has a staff that does it, and they're not going to be like, oh, let's make sure we put this.
He's not reading the documents.
No. So it's a staff that put all the documents and declassified them. And also, before the president can leave, one thing that many presidents do is they declassify certain documents. Now, and they have to get approval. So he took the declassified documents, which tons of presidents have done. But they're trying to make it seem like, oh, he took ones that weren't declassified, and this is compromised.
He wasn't reading the top secret ones.
It doesn't work.
I'm going to keep these.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. Yeah. But also, this same gentleman was like, he also doesn't have that power access. Right. So, and they know that. That's what's strange about all this. Like, it's not like he's hiding the nuclear code.
And the standard which it creates, because like, okay, now you're going to have to prove that. Right, if you're going after him, you would have to prove all these things.
I don't think they have to prove it.
But wait, when you issue a search warrant
to the public,
when you issue a search warrant,
well, I mean to indict, to move further with the prosecution.
When you issue a search warrant, you, especially one of this high profile, almost always you have done your homework as the feds to say this is going to result in some kind of an indictment, or we're going to justify this warrant.
They have to justify it to a judge, though.
Right. We have
Who's that judge, Brian?
We have a probable. I know. We have probable cause, and we have evidence that says criminal behavior was going on. Now, the goal, in my opinion, and I think Republicans and Democrats want him off the ticket. I think Republicans want him off the ticket because he's a mob boss, and they have to kiss the ring. Every one of them. Every single one of them. Mm-hmm. And I think Republicans and Democrats would have a very strong interest in getting that guy the fuck off the ticket, get him indicted.
And they're trying everything.
And they're trying everything.
Even to this magnitude.
Yeah.
But
they want DeSantis. Republicans want a guy like DeSantis.
Yes. Yeah.
And so do I.
Yeah, so do I. But the problem there is what they don't realize, and a lot of people have said this, they go, Trump was kind of like in the middle. He was maybe going to throw his support for DeSantis or that dude in South Carolina or whatever. And he goes, but now that they did this, they've lit the fire.
They've released
so
the
goes,
Kraken. The Kraken.
Oh, I was going to be cool. Now that you've embarrassed me, well, now the only reason I'm running is because I have deep hatred and vengeance.
Yeah.
And now, not only am I going to run and win, because who's going to beat him? Who's going to beat him? Go. I'd love to hear about
Kamala Harris, dude.
Yeah, because everyone loves her.
They love
the
her.
most disliked vice president, ready, of all time. Now, hold on. So you're going to have her as your main front runner, and Pete Buttigieg, who I think is brilliant. He's not a leader. No.
America is definitely not going to vote.
Deal with the transportation public. But, so you're going to have those two take on Trump, and Trump was going to be cool. But you morons, you've riled up the fucking beast
You poke the bear?
with a comb over.
You poke
this
the
bear
bear.
has a comb over, and he's a horrible spray tan and nuts under his eyes. You fired that fucking egomaniac up. And man, did you fuck up?
Because you know
now
what-
he's coming.
do you know what he lives
and
for?
his only goal is to ruin you guys.
His
not
goal-
the United States.
His favorite thing is revenge. His favorite thing.
And it's
is
not
revenge.
good.
No.
As a president, it's not good because he doesn't care about all this shit. His sole purpose now for the next 4 years
Destruction.
is to ruin you guys, and he's going to open up on these FBI raids on you, and then it's this tick for tat
Yes.
game, and it's a disaster for all of us.
I agree.
Oh my God, how do you guys not oversee this?
I agree.
You guys are supposed to be brilliant. You fucking morons. You're dealing with a guy who prides himself of vengeance.
I think it's actually not to be a conspiracy theorist, I think it's a Republican/Democrat plot. I think they're all in on it. They're all like, get this fucking
They're
guy
all
out of here.
idiots. Because now you fired him up, man, and now he has a purpose.
He's so
Before he
mad.
was like, man, that president gig's terrible. But he's like, yeah, it's terrible. I will eat all the crow just to make sure that I come back and do the exact same thing to them. You fucking morons. Know what game you're playing, dude.
Yeah.
There's nothing that guy wants more
Yeah.
than to get back at you now.
That's right.
And it's not good for left. It's not good for the right. It's not good for any of us. He's going to come with fucking furious anger
Yeah.
and vengeance.
Yeah.